What's up, folks? How's it going? This is Watch. Hope you guys are all doing well. And today we're going to be taking a look at the battery performance of the Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max. We're going to be taking a look at how it compares against the S21 Ultra, the Note 20, as well as the Z Fold 3 to give you guys a little comparison of how it does against other kind of larger screen smartphones. And like with our other battery drain test videos, we like to do two individual tests. One is a video playback test where we simply play a video on loop using the VLC app, 50% brightness in airplane mode, simply measure the total runtime of each device. And another one is where we automate the task of opening up and switching back and forth between popular applications you're going to use on a day-to-day basis using the Tasker app on the Android platform and the Shortcuts app on the iOS platform. Now, understandably, real-world battery performance will vary from user to user based on their usage profile, but in order to reduce as many variables as possible, we use these two standardized measuring approaches to measure battery life to be as equal as possible from device to device. Now, before we get into the specifics of this video, I do want to mention our sponsor, Cell Cashier, that made this content possible. Now, if you're looking to upgrade to the new generation iPhone or any other smartphone and have a used iPhone that you want to get rid of, Cell Cashier will actually buy your iPhone for the most competitive price. They operate only in the United States, but essentially you just pick whatever device you have, select the carrier, the storage capacity, and the overall condition, and Cell Cashier will give you a competitive quote. And if you're happy with that, you'll actually get a prepaid label where you can send off your iPhone and get paid. If you're interested to see how much you'll get for your iPhone, check out the description down below for more details. We want to thank Cell Cashier for making this content possible. Now, coming back to our battery life comparison, one of the big features Apple added to the 13 Pro Max was the ProMotion capabilities with the adaptive 120 Hz refresh rate on the display. Now, that potentially could sacrifice a little bit of battery performance, but keep in mind that it is adaptive, so when you're not swiping back and forth and utilizing that higher refresh rate, it should bump down the refresh rate to conserve battery life. But one of the other big additions is a larger battery on the 13 Pro Max. Thanks to teardowns, we know the exact capacity is 4352 milliamp hours. That's about 15% larger than the 3687 milliamp hour battery of the 12 Pro Max iPhone. Even though that's a decent upgrade coming from the older gen iPhone, it's still a smaller battery compared to the Samsung products, with the S21 Ultra having a 5000 milliamp hour battery, 4500 milliamp hour battery on the Note, and even the Z Fold has 4400 milliamp hours. Additionally, in terms of the charging capabilities, using a 20-watt fast charger, you can get over 50% charge in under 30 minutes time. Getting up to 100% charge will take some time. It took actually about 2 hours for me to get all the way to 100%, but you can get 99% in around 90 to 100 minutes. And in terms of the wireless charging capabilities, the 13 Pro Max still has Qi wireless charging built in at 7.5 watts and MagSafe wireless charging at 15 watts. Now, unfortunately, an advantage on the Samsung side is still the reverse charging capabilities, where you can actually charge wireless devices directly on the back of the smartphone, something that's still not available on any iPhone at this point. Okay, so now that being done, let's finally get into our battery drain test results. Firstly, taking a look at our VLC video playback test. Here again, we're simply playing a video continuously on loop, the same video on all the phones, and we simply measure the time it takes to get from 100% charge to 0% charge. Airplane mode, 50% brightness, and the 13 Pro Max got the best ever runtime ever recorded on an iPhone with 20 hours and 8 minutes. Very impressive compared to the previous generation 12 Pro Max that got a total runtime of 15 hours 36 minutes. Now, comparatively to the Samsung devices, it definitely beat out the Z Fold 3 as well as the Note 20 Ultra. The only thing it didn't beat was the S21 Ultra, which has the highest battery capacity of 5000 milliamp hours, but not by a much. You're looking at 21 hours 11 minutes on the S21. Moving forward, let's talk about our app cycling test results. And here again, we basically cycle through popular apps that you're going to use on a day-to-day basis, including the camera app, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, things like that, basically on a continuous loop without the screen turning off. And the results over here are quite surprising. Basically, the iPhone 13 Pro Max came out on top with a maximum runtime of 15 hours and 28 minutes. The S21 Ultra got 4 14 hours, 59 minutes. After that, in third place was the previous generation iPhone 12 Pro Max, about 14 hours and 56 minutes. After that was the Note 20 Ultra at 13 hours, 23 minutes. And in last place was the Z Fold 3, with the best results being on the smaller cover display of 8 hours and 19 minutes. Now, with those results, as well as my day-to-day experience with the 13 Pro Max, I would definitely say it's probably the best performing iPhone in terms of battery performance. Obviously, having that larger battery capacity is certainly helping it out. I haven't tested the standard iPhone Pro as well as the standard iPhone 13 to see whether those phones are a little bit better or not, but they do have a significantly smaller battery, so most likely the 13 Pro Max is probably the best iPhone if you're an endurance user and a power user. You're definitely going to have no problems in getting throughout a long day on a single charge, if not a day and a half if you're a light user. But besides those notions, that's really it for our battery life coverage on the 13 Pro Max. Definitely love to know what you guys think of the overall phone. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you've checked out our camera comparison between the 13 Pro Max as well as the S21 Ultra to see which one has the best overall camera. You'll find that video in the description down below. Please make sure you have post notifications turned on. Check out the description for detailed information about everything we've talked about, as well as check out our sponsor Cell Cashier if you're interested in getting rid of your old iPhone to help pay for the new generation smartphone of your dreams. Other than that, thanks again for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you real soon in the next one.